This is the 25th of my videos today on our gods and goddesses. Tamfana is a goddess who was worshipped by the Marsi. The Romans leveled the temple dedicated to her somewhere near the Ruhr or the Lippe in 4 CE. We know nothing about her nature, but we do know that a festival to her was being celebrated at the time, and the date appears to have been October 27th at the full moon, so presumably it was a winter onset festival. Hludana is the subject of several dedicatory plaques in the Low Countries in the Roman times. And the name strongly resembles Hludin, which is one of the names given in Scandinavian sources for Thor's mother. Hludana, or Hludin, seems to be another local goddess of the Netherlands area, who was adopted by the Scandinavians as the adopted Fossity under the name of Forsity. Holda and Perht appeared in 19th century folklore and have in fact been revived since then. The folklorists who first studied them believed that they were the same goddess, and I'm inclined to agree, but many heathens don't. They're both celebrated in South German villages, and the early researcher pointed out that one village would honor Perht, another village would honor Holda in much the same way, but no village honored both or used both names. The ceremonies consisted of flushing rituals, both in the spring and in the fall, involving people running around in ugly masks, scaring people, and others running around dressed as angelic figures. Feats of strength and agility, jumping over wells, and also both Holda and Perht were held to punish housewives who were not industrious enough and who hadn't finished their work before Christian feasts. They were both associated with mice. They were both said to punish the housewives by opening up their bellies and inserting knives and other metal pieces and sewing them up again so that they would suffer terrible pain. We also hear of Mother Holda in one of the Grimm Märchen. Mother Holda brings the snow when her featherbed is shaken with sufficient alacrity by one of the girls that she takes in and shapes up. And Mother Holda and Holda are also associated with bringing babies. Various pools and ponds are called Mutterhollenteich, Frauholdenteich. Both Holda and Perht also supposedly ride through the air with the wild hunt, and one of them in particular is associated, Perht is associated in particular with a version of the wild hunt where she leads a troop of unbaptized children who died. To this present day, the Germans refer to untidy, uncombed hair as a Hollenzopf, Holda hairdo. Out of this we have the clear image of a regional goddess who went by many different names. Oh, and there's one more thing to add, which is that there's a really remarkable witch confession by Deel Broil, who was evidently from Switzerland but was interviewed in one of the other German-speaking areas. And in this confession, which was presumably coerced, and in the manner of which confessions the questions were not recorded, only the answers, he says that his knowledge of herbalism and curing came from a vision in which he descended under the earth to a large cavern where he saw wealthy people and bishops being tortured, and in the center of it all was Frau Holda, and Frau Holda gave him instruction in herbalism and then let him loose. And this resembles other visions of the Venusberg, but Frau Holda is the Venus figure. And so one wonders whether the topos of the Venusberg is also to be connected with Holda Perht, especially since Holda and Perht are known in towns and villages in the southern alpine regions of Germany. In any event, Holda and Perht are honored by modern heathens. They're definitely heathen goddess, whether one believes that they are one or two. And finally today, in this segment, Séaxnet. That was his Anglo-Saxon name, or Séaxnet among the Old Saxons. Appears to have been a regional god. His name, in fact, means companion of the Saxons, Séaxnet. In the genealogies of the kings of Essex, instead of Woden being among the ancestors, Séaxnet is. And in the oath repudiating their heathen beliefs that the old Saxons were forced to swear before being baptized, the three gods that they had to specifically repudiate were Woden, Hludana, and Séaxnet. And so Séaxnet is a regional god of the Saxon and Anglo-Saxon people.